Good morning, everybody. This is fabula 60. Cum tamen colchis. Since, however, I believe this would be a causal clause. Colchis abesset was subjunctive, was many days. Ab eo was a journey of many days. Rather, was an iter, was a journey of many days. Ab eo loco, from that place. Solus Jason, Noluit, refused. Profikiski, that looks like a passive infinitive, but it is active, therefore it's a deponent verb. Jason refused to set out alone. Dimisitigator, therefore he sent out messengers in omnis partis. The is there is an alternative form of es. Into all parts, qui, because it's actually accusative, so it should really, we would expect it to be omnes partes, qui. Here we have an alternative form of ut plus the subjunctive, so we have the relative clause being used to express purpose, so the relative pronoun rather being used to express purpose, who might teach the cause of the journey. It might sound better to say to announce the cause of the journey, to tell the cause of the journey, and dicerent, and announce diem certam, a set day, conveniendi, of gathering. Conveniendi there is a gerund. It is not agreeing with anything, it is a verbal noun, of gathering, genitive gerund, interea. Meanwhile, after jusit, he ordered omnia, all the things, quae sunt, which are useful ad armandas, for, notice here that the armandas is actually agreeing with the narwes, imagine it as narwes, so it's after he ordered jusit, omnia, all the things, everything, quae, which are usui, all the things which are useful, ad armandas. So armandas agrees with the naves, or navis in this case here, which are useful for ships to be armed. Now that is a gerundive because it's passive. So after he ordered all the things which are useful for a ship to be armed, for a ship to be equipped, compartare, to be, passive infinitive, to be gathered together. He did it, he gave the job to a quidam argo, to a certain Argus, qui, who had the summam scientiam, who had the utmost knowledge of nauticarum, of seafaring rerum, of seafaring matters. Ut, that he should edificaret, that he should build the ship. So he gave the job to build the ship. That's going to be an indirect command, hence the subjunctive, imperfect subjunctive of edificare, which I've crossed through, but I meant to underline. My apologies, everyone. In his rebus circitur, in these matters, around 10 days were spent. Consubti sunt, that's going to be a perfect passive verb. Argus enim, for Argus, qui, who excelled operi in the task, tantam diligentiam, adhibebat, showed tantam such diligence that, so here we have tantam, it's a trigger word, so much that, that's going to be a result clause. He showed such diligence that not even night time, ne quidem tempus, that not even the time of night, not even night time, intermittet, was an interruption to his laborem, to his labor, to his effort. Ad multitudinem, it's a difficult sentence. So here, for, just bear with me for a second here, for multitudinem, a crowd to be transported, for a crowd of people to be transported, literally for transporting a crowd of people. You'll notice that the transportandam is the gerundive agreeing with this one. This is how you recognize the difference between a gerundive and a gerund, is that a gerundive agrees with another word in the sentence, it is passive. So, in order for a crowd to be transported, in this case a crowd, hominum, genitive, plural, of people. So, for transporting a crowd of people, navis, the ship, was, sorry, I'm just trying to get rid of all these lines. For transporting a crowd of people, the ship was a little bit wider, quam quibus, than those which consuemus, we are accustomed, uti, to use in our sea. And, ad vim, we've got another one here, and, literally, for the strength of a storm to be perferendam, to be borne, literally to be suffered, to be endured. So literally, and to endure the strength of a storm, it facta est, it was made completely erobore, from wood. So that bit then we would say, or you could even say, to transport a crowd of people, the ship was made a little bit wider than those which we are accustomed to use in our ocean, in our sea, and for bearing the strength of a storm, it was facta est. It was made completely from robore, from oak, from wood. Very well done. I'll see you all next lesson.